the Untitled Channel. Welcome
Same
to
sweater. Same sweater. Last spring trend video, I wore the sweater too. Hi guys, welcome back to the Be Untitled channel. I'm so happy to be back with you. I've been talking about it a lot, but I have my weekly scoop email going out to you guys every week on Tuesday, and I am loving sending it to you. I'm loving what I'm hearing back from you guys. I love that you're getting inspired. It's sparking new ideas for you. So if you have not subscribed to my email, go down to the link below, click on BeJonesStyle.com, sign up for that email. You'll be getting it in your inbox every single Tuesday. If you don't get a confirmation email, check your junk email box because that seems to be happening for some people. So check your junk email, confirm that you've subscribed, and then every single Tuesday you will be getting the weekly scoop. I am just loving doing it. I feel like I get to give you guys little secrets and little inspirations that aren't happening on Instagram or even here on my YouTube channel. It just feels really fun, and it feels like we have this little correspondence going on, like we're pen pals. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. It's one of your favorite videos. This is my trend video where I talk about the season coming up, and you guys, I cannot believe it, but we are in March and it is spring. Spring is starting March 20th, which is so crazy. So we are here and I wanna get you guys prepared for that. I love to talk about what happened on the runways, what the spring trends were all about. You guys know I love to look at the runways, be inspired by them, and then do my little thrift vintage shopping, take inspiration from the runway, and get dressed for my everyday life. So there are a lot of trends that happen, and I feel like there's kind of the macro trends and then there's the micro trends. And I'm not gonna talk about all of them, but I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite that are happening for the spring, and also ones that I feel like you can easily find in thrift and vintage stores. Some of the trends sometimes are really amazing, but they're not as easy to thrift or vintage shop. So I'm trying to pick ones that I feel like you guys can tackle and take back to your thrift stores and your vintage shops, or search online and find these things. Let's jump into all the trends. Trends that get me very excited are color trends, because to me that is one of the easiest trends to tackle, because you can just find pieces in your closet, or you can go to the thrift store and you can just look for those colors, and so that makes it so much easier, way more approachable, and you just pile on the color. There are two of those trends that I wanted to talk about today. The first one is the beige trend, or the oatmeal, or wheat, whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to call it beige today. Basically it's just head to toe beige, which that's so easy. There were some beautiful runway shows. Christian Dior did this beautiful version of the trend with this really voluminous beige skirt that was kind of that midi length but very puffy and had some kind of ruffles to it, and then paired it with this really kind of sheer and simple beige top, even beige headbands, slicked hair, beige shoes. It is the most romantic beige concoction I've ever seen. I loved that. Max Mara did one that feels a little bit safari to me. It's almost a beige suit, basically, a skirt suit of kind of the midi length skirt and then the beige safari-ish jacket with cuffed rolled sleeves and even a beige head wrap and amazing sunglasses. It's very safari, out of Africa, something like that. I love it. And then finally, you guys have heard me talk about Tibby. I love Tibby. I always just love the menswear aspect of Tibby, and they did a head to toe beige suit with a very oversized jacket with a very long and exaggerated length blazer, and then kind of even really long but slouchy pants that aren't wide leg but kind of really hang and give a lot of slouch. That is definitely something that's happening a lot, is more slouch in your pants, not having that perfect length or even wide leg, but letting your pants slouch more. So I loved all of those collections of the beige. And then in my closet, I try to always kind of be collecting the things that I see that are happening on the runway. I need to find more beige, so that is on my list to find, but I do have a few pieces. This is probably the best beige blazer that I have that I think works perfectly for this trend. I think this is actually a men's blazer. Again, I love shopping the men's department in thrift stores. It's really classic. I love the shape. It's oversized and it's that great beige. It's got gold buttons, which I always love if there's a good gaudy goldness going on. I think this would be amazing, finding another pair of kind of beige trouser pants to wear this with, even maybe a beige silk top. Ooh, one idea that just popped in my head would be an amazing beige silk slip dress with this blazer, and then maybe some beige simple kind of strap sandals, just flat sandals, and maybe even like a head wrap and those great aviator style sunglasses. Funny thing, I kind of have two beige silky pants that are basically nightwear, I think. These are more of a jogger style sweat pant, but silk and beige. But I like the idea of wearing these maybe with a very simple beige cami tucked in, and just like I said, even just simple beige slides. I think that would be amazing in the summertime. Before it's summer, I love the idea with those silky pants, if I could find kind of a silky robe to wear with that and maybe a white tee or a white tank underneath, or even just wrap the robe and wear the pants and then find some mules. That sounds amazing to me. Okay, so that is the beige trend. Now let's talk about the other color trend that I love. And there's a few color trends happening this year, but I'm just talking about two. And the second one that I love, it is that color mint sage seafoam green. I have been keeping my eye out for it as much as possible. You guys have seen a few of the pieces in my IGTV thrift haul, which if you have not, every Friday I post on Instagram, on IGTV, I post a thrift haul of my weekly finds. Go check that out. I'll put the link down below in the description as well. Anyways, I'm obsessed with that. I'm gonna call it sage green, and basically anything green I'm really excited about right now. Since we just talked about Tibby, I'll go ahead and mention Tibby. Tibby did a button-down sage green dress that's just super simple, but such a statement because of the color. And they paired it with this oversized clutch that's the sky blue. So I love the combo of those colors, and I think that is the statement that you make, is just one solid color and then pop it with another solid color. Molly Goddard from London Fashion Week, she showed this sage green, dreamy, ruffly, wonderful dress that is just super romantic and fun. But again, the statement is just that it's this amazing green color. My favorite is Peter Petrov. This collection showed this mint head to toe suit. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I went to an event with Sarah from Cameo Appearance Vintage, and she had on a mint suit, and now I really want a mint suit. And this look is so inspirational. Even mint colored booty shoes that were to die for. Like I said, I've been trying to find this color. I'm looking in every vintage and thrift store, even on Etsy, even on eBay. You guys know I have a big eBay addiction right now, and I have found a few pieces. I am excited. This is Jessica McClintock, kind of cropped, what I think probably was more of a formal wear piece, but I love the idea of wearing this actually as a shirt, buttoned up. I will wear this with denim for sure. I love the idea of finding some trousers, even some kind of white or cream trousers to wear it with. I think it'd be amazing to find a green kind of puffy, fuller midi length skirt to wear with this. Oh, that would be amazing. Even with what I'm wearing right now, that would have been kind of fun too. You guys saw I got these last week when I was with Molly thrifting, and I love them. They're basically sage green palazzo pants, high waist palazzo pants that are so perfect for this trend. And I think my favorite thing that I found in this color is my old Ann Taylor sage green suit, and I'll put up a little picture right here of me wearing it. I love it so much, and to me this is totally the trend. I would love to find some sage green shoes to wear with this, like some mules or pumps or something. So I think that would be amazing. So those are the two color trends that I'm loving right now. Keep your eye out for both of those colors. To me, that's one of the easiest ways to tackle a trend, is just do the color trends. The next trend is something that I feel like I've kind of already been dipping my toe into, and it definitely has already shown up in seasons before this, but it's taking on a whole new life, is just the over amazing, dramatic wonderfulness of puff sleeves. I feel like it started with that prairie dressing last spring. I got all those prairie dresses with big puff sleeves, which I love. And now it's gone into like the 80s puff sleeve. And I talked about Alexandra Rich, and when I did that thrifting with Chelsea, where we took two runway shows and reinterpreted them from the thrift store. She did a ton of puff sleeves as well. So I'm loving this trend. I've talked about Sandy Liang here before. She's always an inspiration for me. I love just her collection, always has this cool vibe to it. She did this kind of undone look with the puff sleeve, where it's this prim dress with puff sleeves, but she styled it with socks and basically kind of like a Teva sandal. Kate Spade showed kind of the more girly, romantic, floral puff sleeve, a little bit like the prairie dress that we saw last spring. My favorite was from Rodarte, just this maybe touching on 80s a little bit, romantic white puff sleeve midi length dress with these really amazing big buttons and then these gorgeous kind of golden yellow heels with them. I am all in for this trend. I mean, give me a puff sleeve. I have a few pieces. I don't feel like I have a ton actually. I mean, I have all my prairie dresses, but I feel like I need some new puff sleeves, but I do have a few that I wanted to show you guys. A part of the rest, she sent me this gorgeous blue puff sleeve Peplum blouse that has a bow on the back, and the color, it's gorgeous. It's amazing. And again, because of that peplum, I can pair this with a skirt and kind of create the same feel as if it's a dress as well. But also I could see this just worn with some denim. This is a piece I have not worn yet. I bought this on my birthday in the fall, so in November, and it is the perfect puff sleeve little jacket. This is Victor Costa vintage. Victor Costa, they got a vintage shop here locally. And oh my goodness, the little polka dot ruffles, and these are just amazingly dramatic, perfect puff sleeves. I think right now the idea that comes to my mind is pairing this with my houndstooth high waist trouser pants and maybe just a simple, you know, white tee or black tee and keep it kind of simple underneath because there is so much going on here. But I like kind of pairing this frilly goodness with, you know, something a little bit more menswear. The next trend that popped up everywhere was tie-dye. I mean, tie-dye, here we go again, right? It definitely, of course, we think of tie-dye, we think of like the 60s retro hippie, but I love this reinterpretation of tie-dye, kind of bringing it into the everyday. Definitely a very cool version of this tie-dye trend showed up on R13. They're just this amazing denim line that just does very cool reworked pieces, and they showed a tie-dye t-shirt with a tie-dye blazer, which would be so much fun to find, and then kind of real distressed oversized denim shorts and cool boots. It feels very Coachella basically. Also, Eckhouse Lotta showed kind of almost looked like a denim suit set where it's like a denim jacket and denim pants with a shirt underneath, and theirs is the black and white tie-dye, and I just thought it looked super cool. I loved the model they used for this. My favorite version showed up in Kalina Strada's collection. There are a lot of pieces with tie-dye, a little bit more of a muted, toned down tie-dye, and my favorite was this green tie-dye silky floor-length dress that felt super floaty but cool because it was green and tie-dye. I don't have a ton of tie-dye pieces yet. I did find one last fall because I did see it coming out, and I found this amazing sweatshirt, which you guys might remember in my What I Wore, I talked about this, and it was actually a longer sweatshirt. It had the pocket on the front, and I found that I wasn't wearing it because it felt too bunchy here, and so I just made it a version that I could tuck in. So I chopped it off, I took off the pocket, and actually I kind of like it loose like this. I will wear this oversized and kind of loose and flowing now, but I also love it because I can easily tuck it into things, and this reminds me a ton of what was on the R13 runway collection, much more of that very punchy, poppy tie-dye. And you guys saw in my What I Wore, I paired it with kind of the juxtaposition of this with white high-waist denim and brown. But I also, even with what I'm wearing today, I have on a black silk skirt and combat boots, and I feel like that could be super cool. I like the idea of pairing this with the opposite of what it is. So I think I'll do a lot of juxtaposition with this, where I throw this on with something a little more classic or unexpected. I will definitely be looking for more tie-dye, but this is a good option, and it's perfect for spring. You can still wear it as the weather is a little bit chillier, and it's a good little layer, tuck it into everything. The next trend, this idea of just bows on everything, a sweet bow trend. I love it. I love just whenever there's romance and girliness added to everything. And again, I either fully embrace that or I kind of throw it on with the opposite with something more masculine, but I just love it. It's so great and over the top. Rebecca Taylor showed this really dreamy, romantic version of this. The perfect sundress that's a little bit off the shoulders, and it has bows down the front, and it's so cute with floral print. Again, Rodarte did, again, what they do best is just all these kind of piles and romantic pieces, and they piled on really fun colors with lots of ruffles, and then threw on some bows onto this really dreamy dress. So, I mean, really kind of think of those 80s dresses with bows on them. Don't shy away from those this season. And then finally, my favorite was Marc Jacobs. He did this very 80s short suit with a kind of even a cropped blazer in a lavender color. And then he threw on this peach toned sheer blouse with a huge exaggerated bow on the front. Even knee-high lavender socks. I love you, Marc Jacobs. Dreaming outside the box. It's so great. The funny thing is, I don't have many things with the bows. I showed you that one blouse that has the bow on the back, so I can definitely pull off the trend with that bow. But one thing I do have that I started using as an accessory that has become so much fun is this ribbon that was on another dress. That's, I think, something to even think about is if a jacket or a dress or something has an extra piece to it, a belt, don't always get rid of those if you're getting rid of the piece, because sometimes those pieces can be used in other ways. And so I loved this because I wanted a big piece of ribbon. What is so much fun about this, show you how I've been working with it, is I pull it around like this, put it tied on my neck, and then I just tie it here, and then I tie it in a big bow, and then I could even put it kind of off to the side a little bit, zhuzh up the pieces of the ribbon, and then instantly I am doing the bow trend. And you guys saw in my dress video that I styled one of the dresses with this big bow scarf, and I don't know why I'm kind of obsessed with this. I just think this is so much fun. Throw this onto a blouse, a sweater, you've got a blazer on, whatever, and you throw on like a big bow scarf, and it just adds something completely different to the outfit. A little dash of magic to the outfit. So think about doing that, finding some ribbon at Joann's Fabrics or something like that, or Amazon, whatever. All right, and the last trend that I wanted to talk about is bleached denim. So this is a denim trend, but what's really fun about this is it could be head to toe bleached denim, a denim dress, a denim suit, basically 80s acid wash. A few of the shows that did this and that I love, Alberto Ferretti did a little bit more of a tame version where it's a bleached wash denim, so that really light wash denim high waist, definitely the 80s style look, with a bleached pink, pale pink denim cropped jacket. Isabel Marant did this a lot, and one of the looks that I really loved was she did this bleached denim mini dress. It's got even kind of puff sleeves, but she pushed it up, kind of has that always very cool Isabel Marant vibe, even bleached denim over the knee boots. And my favorite actually was a version done by Christian Dior, and they did bleached, kind of that same oversized slouchy denim, but then they paired it with a black, almost tuxedo sleeveless vest, belted, of course, with a really amazing Dior belt, and then that black headscarf, a choker. It just felt cool and 80s and amazing. I loved it. So far, I only have 2 pieces from this look, but I wanted to show you guys. You've seen me wear some of these. My favorite piece that I have are these acid wash high waist Lee denim jeans that I got at Goodwill. Actually, when I was hosting an event with Goodwill, I put them on a mannequin and ended up taking them home for myself. They are amazing. They're high waist. They're totally that Isabel Marant vibe. I'm excited to kind of, I would love to find a bleach denim blazer to pair with this. A bleach, it would be really cool to find a bleach oversized sweatshirt to tuck in with this as well. And then I've had this for a while, but I have this great oversized bleach denim jacket that I've worn a ton of ways. It's kind of one of those classic pieces I'm so glad I have. I mean, I have even worn these with the bleach denim jeans, but I think I could totally rock that again. It would be really fun to find more of a cropped version of this to wear with those jeans, or maybe some other bleach denim pieces as well. But definitely keep your eye out for that 80s bleach denim because it's very in for this season. And that's it. Those are 6 of my favorite trends that I have seen on the runways for spring, but that also feel very kind of tangible. You could totally thrift and vintage shop most of those trends. And to me, they're really the most fun. I hope this gave you guys a ton of inspiration. Maybe you could go back, watch this, take some notes. A lot of you ask where I find these or where I get inspired. All you need to do, I download the Vogue Runway app, which just is gonna show all the collections coming out, and you'll get to see all of them, and you can scroll through and look at all the collections, which is probably one of the #1 ways that I do this. Also, you could go on Pinterest and you could search Spring 2019 Trends, and then you're gonna get all the trend articles that came out on Who What Wear and Elle.com and Marie Claire, all of them, they will usually pop up, and you can click on those links and go to all the different websites, and there's gonna be a recap of different runway shows. In this video, I'm only giving you guys maybe 2 or 3 images, but there's a ton of images kind of back up the trend, and you can see different versions and what you feel like you might want to do. Now that this video is out, we can start just having lots of conversations all about spring. I'm going to probably be referencing these trends a lot as kind of the weeks go by, my what I wore videos, my thrifting videos, all of that. So this is a great place to start for us to start the conversation about spring. In my emails, I will of course be talking about this as well. So like I said, go down and click that link if you have not subscribed to my email list. Guys, we're getting so close to me launching some really fun things on BJOandStyle.com. That is coming in the spring. So stay tuned for more info on that. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. And always play dress up, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!